Hello everyone, I'm sorry that I couldn't upload a video yesterday. That's probably going to be a constant issue seeing as I don't get out from class till 6:10, but I'm going to try to upload videos on Saturdays from now on. So today what I'm going to talk about is food situations in Japan and about things you might need to know if you're coming to Japan and you're planning to cook while you're here. So this is more about shopping for food. The One of the things you need to know is that there are many different grocery stores. There's not a whole lot of chains like there are in America, um, what happens is that they each price their different items differently, but they're usually all very close together, and so you can plan around that. For example, I plan based on if I'm getting meat, which shop I'm going to go to, and if I'm planning to buy a lot of vegetables or spices, where I'm going to go for that. There's also rice, which you need to plan around because it's going to be the majority of your diet here. And that's probably one of the core differences if you are cooking in Japan that you have to get used to is in a Western style meal, we are very used to planning our meal around the meat, that if you're having chicken, what's going to be served around the chicken. But that's not how Japanese meals work. Most of the time you are planning around rice and what you're going to put in your rice or how you're going to flavor your rice or prepare your rice. And it's interesting because it really shifts your perspective when you're cooking that way, because even if you're including meat, all of a sudden it doesn't become what you're spending most of your time on. Usually you're actually thinking about like preparation for the rice and what you're going to do with it after it's cooked, such as frying it or putting it in a pan and grilling it with vegetables or turning it into rice balls or stuff like that. Now, a lot of people have this idea that Japan is a very fish-based, uh, fish-based in like the foods that they make. And while that's kind of true, um, a lot of the foods that have become popular overseas with Japan are fish-based, and Japan is an island country, so it does have a lot of fish-based foods. But after World War II, a lot of the dietary standard has changed as more Western influences come in. So you'll find that a lot of the diet of Japanese people has radically shifted, and you're not going to find all that much fish-based stuff unless you are going to eat specifically traditional Japanese food, which is very possible and still relatively cheap to do. Fish is cheaper here than it is most of the time in America. The one other thing that I'd probably talk about is you're probably going to be surprised, especially if you're from America, how much dairy products cost. In America, dairy products are subsidized by the government, but they aren't in Japan. And not only that, the base product from dairy products, milk, is not as plentiful in Japan. This raises the price considerably, and so you'll find that a lot of basic staple meals that are really cheap to create in America are not cheap here. A grilled cheese sandwich may be a very basic thing and very cheap to do, but when you have to spend $3 just on your cheese alone, it becomes less practical. Well, that's all I really have to say on that. For now, if I think of anything else, I'll post another video up later. I hope everyone has a good day, and I'd like to wish good luck to all those who are having trouble in Japan because of the earthquake that happened earlier today. And yeah, see ya.